Matt wants me to do this a really particular way, so I'm going to do it. I'm Dean.
I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
And we are the Transplants Podcast. We have a special guest.
All three of us.
All three of us today.
2/3 of us are.
2/3 of us are, and you are just a guest.
I'm just a guest.
a lowly-
I'm not there yet. I've
Merely a guest.
I haven't been sworn in.
If you, maybe someday, if you believe in yourself,
Okay.
and are really bored and have a lot of time
Who
to
says?
Who says?
So Josh is another Connecticut guy, who Matt has known a lot longer than I have, but I feel like I've known you my whole life because we dated.
We're all bros because we're from Connecticut.
Yeah.
We're from Connecticut.
Yeah. So I don't even really know where to start. How did you guys meet?
Well,
I actually remember.
Really?
I'm surprised I remember because I have a terrible memory.
I don't remember.
You don't?
No.
Okay. It was at a church in Manchester, Connecticut, and it was like the Christmas cantata. Remember? Like
Get
the Christmas
outta here.
presentation? Yeah, dude. And you legit, he had mad long hair, so he came in and he looked like Jesus. I was like, yo, that dude's got sick hair. And then, yeah, I don't know, like we just started hanging and stuff.
Yeah. I remember we went to Applebee's one night with me and Jess. Me and Jess. And
Applebee's?
Yeah.
Oh,
We were
right, 'cause it's right there.
Right across the street.
Yep.
And we were there forever.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
cantata is my least favorite church word.
It's pretty bad.
It's not worse than fellowship.
Yeah.
Cantata, dude, that's a good point though. Cantata's pretty bad.
It's just like,
Cantata.
what? Like, it's just a
Well, people outside of church would
Yeah,
just,
right.
It's a show.
people outside of church would just think that it's like some sort of exotic word.
Right.
You
You know, but
should
people
know,
in
'cause
church
ask
are
people.
like,
it's
Like,
a
what's a
show.
cantata? That like haven't gone to church.
is
before.
that
There's like-
like a
it's like
rap or something?
singing
Like a
and-
burrito?
The Christmas cantata.
Cantata.
What a wonderful phrase.
So, Dean, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? You
Other
don't
than
care how I
rocking
met Josh?
Big face watches.
Actually, dude,
How did we meet?
I just want to
I
say
don't
this
remember.
is the
Was it that video that we did with Denise? Was that the first time we actually met?
Yeah.
Because like I knew who you were.
wait.
and, like,
Denise is that chick that Jimmy played drums for.
Yes, we did a video with the three of
Yeah.
us. And
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
went to that soccer game
We did.
at
USA?
USA versus Ecuador, Chile.
Yeah.
What's his name's last game?
Yeah. It was Landon Donovan's last game.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So you guys were. I went with Tim Bolton, and then you guys were there. We met up.
Yeah.
I played soccer with like 12-year-olds for like ever. And
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
good
dude.
at soccer.
I remember now. Yep.
Yeah. What have I been up to? We'll get this out of the way because Josh's story is way more exciting. I've been busy. I've definitely been busy. I'm broke, but I've been saying that every episode, I guess. Last night I played Whiskey Jam, which we've talked about winners and losers on the podcast about like networking there, and that was awesome. It was the first time playing. I played bass, and like we kind of rocked it. Like, it was really.
You played bass.
I played bass
It
last
was really
night.
fun.
It was
a good show.
really fun. Drummer Kagan just destroyed. He
legit was going animal.
He was going so
man.
hard, but
I
he
should've
was.
went.
Oh man, but he went really like we got an encore at the end.
Two
Which-
encores.
Two encores.
encores.
We played another one of her originals, and then we're like, "What else do we do?" And they're like, "Let's just play Sweet Child of Mine." And just
Yeah.
like that. And I like had to get. I played it one time on guitar, and I was like, I don't remember because I know there's like weird modulations and like the solos and stuff, and it was just like. But I did get the ba da 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 da, and that's my favorite part of that song. So I was glad I didn't mess it up. But that was fun. So that was like, that couldn't have been cooler because we really rocked it out. It went really well, and it was a bunch of musicians that already know me, but I got to play bass in front of them to kind of like sell myself doing something else, kind of like the best thing. So that was cool. Tonight I just played a random corporate event with this girl. We just did acoustic covers. And I got paid pretty well, but it was like nobody cared that we were there and stuff. And her name was Kayla Jean. She did a lot of like CCM stuff too back in the day. Like she sang backup for Stacey Orico, like when her record wasn't doing as well. But she's had 2 different record labels and stuff. It's just kind of funny that it's like, I know all the stuff she's done and like just no one's paying attention. She had a crazy voice and just a crazy talented person. She made me this bread.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm eating that.
Dude, how often are you playing every week with people? Is it weekends?
I would say at least twice a week. like gigs
Yeah.
wise, and then sometimes so like Monday night I played at Whiskey Jam. Tonight, Tuesday, I played that event with her. Tomorrow morning I gotta wake up super early.
That's 3 for the week.
But yeah, playing guitar with this girl Julia. Then I was supposed to have a gig at night and I don't. Grayson's he's not doing a full band gig.
So that would have been 4.
That would have been 4. But, Thursday I'm doing another radio thing with Julia.
4.
Friday morning I potentially have a gig, but I think they're moving the date of when I was doing that thing, which is like just acoustic pop covers.
Yeah.
And Friday night I do have a gig. So I guess this week is 5.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're keeping busy, dude. That's
It's
it's not that you're just keeping busy too. Like you look for it. Like you.
Yeah, he does.
You're like you want to be there. It's not like you're just like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you have to though, and I guess even like when you are busy, if you're busy and stop pursuing things the way you did when you weren't busy, you'll just get back to not being busy. I mean, there is an element of like there's some momentum, where some calls go in and stuff like that, but I did get after last night. One of the coolest things was Austin Burke didn't know I played bass.
And you told him though.
I did tell him, but he just kind of knew me more as a guitar player. So he actually texted someone else last night and said, he texted someone 2 or 3 days ago named Dean and said, "Hey, do you play bass?"
Wow.
But it wasn't me. And he was like, "Oh, that's weird. Dean normally responds." And it wasn't me. And then that night he showed me, goes, "Oh, I texted some other Dean. I don't know who it is." So I actually am going to be playing bass with him at the Wild Horse in the beginning of October.
Was
And
he there last
also, he was there last night, yeah, with his girlfriend. He was like pretty close to the front.
Huh.
So then, but he's doing a gig. They already have a bass player for the rest of the month, but I guess they're like moving on from him. I don't know if I should be talking about this. I don't really know what's going on. He won't watch this. Whatever. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but yeah. So I'll end up playing bass on that, but also he's playing a show. So Vanderbilt is playing Alabama, which is going to be a big deal, and Austin's playing the pre-show. And he's like, "Guys, I don't have a budget for an acoustic player. I'd bring you on there." And I was like, "Well, I'll just do it." I was like, "I'll play acoustic for you. We'll start working on BGVs and stuff like
That's
that."
great, yeah.
As kind of like a freebie kind of thing. And then in the future, if it's after I'm playing bass with you, when you do get the budget for a full-time acoustic guy, if it's easier to find a bass player and put me on acoustic, I'll do that. And it kind of just be flexible. So already started texting his MD and stuff like that. So
Nice,
hopefully
dude.
that works. Yeah.
That's
And then,
awesome, man.
yeah. So
That's great.
that's what I'm kind of, I mean, he's doing really well. And I even like called Will Rambo today and I was just like, I don't know. Cause I met Austin through playing for another girl, Christina Taylor, who is like under the same kind of umbrella, like Go Along Entertainment. And so I called Will, that's the man behind it. I'm like, obviously, this is like, I just don't want to like step on any toes. And he was like, no, he's like, keep communication open. I totally get it. And just kind of, so
Yeah.
it seems to be working well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how it's working. It just is. It's all kind of a
It's
blur.
like one show or can open up an opportunity to play for someone
Big
else,
time.
and it's like, dude, that's awesome. You
That's
never
why.
know.
Yeah.
You never know who like the next person might be after that. It could
Right.
be some big artist. if
For
that's what
sure.
you want to do, or
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it
That's
ends
cool.
up, it's a weird process. Yeah, but it's been good. This is a busy week and I don't know, it's the highs, lows.
Right.
It's been
is that the overall goal, is to play for artists? Like you want to be on the road all the time?
Yeah, I like singing. I like writing. But everything else involved in the artist thing, which all of that other work, I am just
You don't
not.
like, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like it, and I'm
Yeah.
not good at it.
A lot of people too.
Yeah, it's brutal. So I kind of just like, you know what? I'd rather just kind of make money. If I'm playing music, I don't care. If I'm on that stage, I don't care if I'm the guy with the name on the poster, like whatever else, or if I'm the guy that wrote the song.
Right.
I just like playing and enjoying it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
so it's been good. But
Cool.
what if all of your fans are just waiting to hear from Josh? So we'll ask what Matt's been up to.
Tell
Oh,
us, Matt.
jeez. Well, first of all, for everyone who's listening at home, sorry for the audio. I wanted to get this out of the way at the beginning, but I didn't get a chance to.
I forgot.
That's fine. But if you made it this far, thank you. It's very echoey, we know, and very harsh. I'm gonna try to fix that in post. But we're doing a new thing. If you want to see us, go to YouTube and our YouTube channel, the Transplants Podcast, and you can see this podcast not live, but The video version, we're in a little makeshift studio, which is fun.
People like to see.
We usually have close mics, but this time we're doing overheads just so that it can be a little bit more natural. And we've been getting a lot of requests for videos for our podcast. So this is an answer to that call, and hope it works out. If you guys like it, let us know. Give us feedback, because that's why we're doing this in the first place. Is feedback, so it's important. Anyways,
Dad'll tell me if the audio sucks.
Yeah.
He'll listen to be like, gas sucks.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah. And we won't change it because he's your dad.
He's guaranteed our most loyal listener.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And at the end, we're going to give shout outs to people. We do have a shout out this week from a fan, and we just want to give him some love, so we'll do that at the end. Anyways, what I've been up to is just finishing up some stuff, some video work, and doing some stuff with James. Actually doing some stuff with him tomorrow and Brittany.
Oh, okay.
I'm engineering her podcast, actually.
Oh, okay.
And James is going to be shooting it, and that's going to be for her blog and stuff like that. And been doing a lot of writing with artists.
Yeah, you have.
Which has been really good.
The stuff you've been writing with Liv is so good.
Yeah, she's killer.
Do you talk about your original stuff ever?
Yeah, I've been mentioning that I'm like doing something, but I haven't really like.
It's really good. I've heard it.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. I don't know when it's gonna come out.
Today.
2024.
Yeah.
When you're done with the mixes.
Yeah. When you're finally done mixing.
Dude, I'm on like mix 3,000. I still can't get it.
There's a meme, and it's like every producer's hard drive, and it's like mix 1, mix 2, mix 3, final mix 1, final mix 2,
A,
final mix 3.
Dude, I know.
1A, 1B.
The worst. It just never ends.
Yeah, so I mean, that hopefully will be done soon. I've been working on some album art for my stuff, which has been fun, and we actually worked on some album art for Josh's material, and it's looking pretty cool. He had a really cool idea, concept for color and stuff like that.
We gotta finish that too.
Yeah.
We should finish that.
Yeah, for sure.
Might as well.
It almost is done.
Yeah, it's pretty much there.
Yeah. Anyways. Well, we love Josh's fans because we love fans, and we want Josh's fans.
They want to steal you from me.
So tell them.
Contrary to Josh being our friend,
We don't care about
only
Josh.
have him on here because he has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
That bread was a bribe.
It was a bribe.
The
We had to
bribe
bribe
bread.
him with bread.
It's the bribe bread.
And oatmeal.
They
Terrible
reeled me
oatmeal.
in.
Terrible.
They reeled me in.
What have you been up to, Josh?
Yeah.
I am finishing an EP right now that I started it about a year and a half ago. I moved to LA. You guys know this, but I'm mostly just
Yeah.
I moved to LA about a year and a half ago. I moved out there to write with other artists. I had been working with some producers out there to write for other artists, and they got me hooked on like the whole songwriting fever that's in LA. So I was doing that for a bit, and then I started working for like a licensing company, like writing songs for TV, commercials, like that kind of stuff. And like the idea of it sounds super cool until I started doing it, and I don't think this company's gonna be watching. It was fun, definitely was fun, but it wasn't for me, and it just took me a couple months to realize that. You know, it's like we have this TV show, and here's the scene. We need this kind of song, like this kind of upbeat. Like for example, like we did a track that was like some upbeat. You know, you're hanging out with your friends, like as if like you're on like as if they're on like a roller coaster.
Okay.
And they, you know, give you like a little bit. And then you go and you do a track, like a full song, like a full production, which takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do some.
Yeah, like some scratch demo.
Yeah, it won't get picked. So, had like a couple cuts, but it wasn't worth it at all. Not the money wasn't worth it. 1, and 2, it just wasn't. There was no fulfillment in it for me. Like, not knocking anybody who does syncs. Like that's its own art, and there's people who are incredible at it. Not for me, and I needed to write music for myself.
Yeah.
So I did. I didn't want to be an artist again. I was on a label when I was 18 years old. I'm 25 now. I was with the label for like 2 years. Kind of found out the record label thing like wasn't really for me. I feel like a lot of artists are saying that now.
Yeah.
I'm a very hands-on person.
Right.
Not in like a bad way, just like if there's people working with me, it needs to be the right relationship. And
For
the right
sure.
connection, you know? So I was in that deal for like 2 years, got out of it, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to be an artist again. Does that mean do I have to be with a label if I'm an artist? I was figuring all that out.
Right.
I moved to LA after the whole sync thing. Like I found out that wasn't for me. I wanted to write for myself again. I did, and the first song that we made was with two of my friends I met in LA. We became really close friends first before we ever, you know, a lot of people like meet just to network and like, you know what I mean? Like it's so lame.
How many times have we said that?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's
the best way to
it's
network
not good.
is to not network.
Yeah.
Just make friends.
100%.
Because eventually
How
it'll
it
get mad. Eventually it'll get weird. Whoa,
don't
eventually
fall.
it'll get weird because if you can't hang with that person and you're just strictly working with them,
Right.
establish that.
Right,
we're
right,
just
100%.
working. We're just working.
Right.
We're not
And there's
friends.
and like so many people, like the end of the day, someone that you made a professional relationship with is still going to be on the back burner compared to someone that you're actually friends with and actually hang out with and all of that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just not, I mean, sometimes that happens and you just have a working relationship and it works, and usually that kind of happens organically too. You know, like,
Yeah.
but that's cool. So you guys are all friends and then
Yeah.
started working.
And then I was like, hey guys, I want to write a song. Like there's something I kind of want to write and say. And they were just like, yeah, let's do it. So we did. We tried a bunch of different ideas. I hadn't written music for myself in like 3 or 4 years, produced anything.
Wow.
So it took a while. It took a couple months of just a bunch of different songs to like kind of hone it.
Yeah.
And then we wrote a song called Parachute, which I had, again, no label, no team. It was just me and my two friends. And I remember having the song, and I would be on my laptop. The song is about God. Whether you want to say it's like the Christian genre or not, completely up to you. For me, I wrote the song about God. Anyone can relate it to any relationship in their life.
Yeah.
That was very broad.
Yeah. And so I remember like I'd be on my computer and I knew I wanted to pitch the song to Christian radio.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like it would work. So I was like, I don't know anything about really the Christian industry other than like a couple artists that I listened to growing up. So I just started doing some research, like who are the artists that are like in pop right now? Who are the, whatever,
Right.
like what are the labels, all that. Like I've been so out of the loop and I never really knew. So I did my research. I found like some radio stations on Google, super unprofessional. I would just email them like WAV files of the song and send it to maybe like, it was like 5 to 10 radio stations on Google. Like I would type in a state and like find out what their like Christian radio station was.
Okay.
And they're not huge stations, but like in the city, like imagine like there was a station,
right.
Shout out to Houston, Texas, Engine Radio. You guys are one of the first stations to play it. And it's a big station, but it's not like a national station. So I was like,
it's a big
I might
city.
as well just I might as well just throw it out there and like see if it's even good, like if people like it or whatever. So
absolutely.
Some of these stations started adding the song. And they started passing the WAV file around to their friends at other radio stations, start getting more radio play.
Right.
I was like, wait, this is really cool. Like, I've never had a song on any radio before, whether it's national, small, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so one of the stations that started playing Parachute put me in contact. They told me to give this guy a call. His name's Joshua Micah. Incredible dude. I had no idea who he was. I called him out of the blue. We had a conversation for about an hour. He first and foremost was just telling me about himself, which is great because relationship first is the way to go. It's never fair. Like, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't find out till after I got off the phone with him. Like, he's a radio promoter. He told me that on the phone. Like, I promote songs to radio. I heard your track. Someone sent it to me. He's like, this is very, very different for Christian radio, and this is what like the Christian music scene wants, and no one's making it. They're trying. This is what I heard. People are trying to make it sound like an LA kind of pop sound.
Yeah.
But no one was really doing
Max
it
Martin.
the way these radio stations wanted it. No one was making it that way. So he thought that this song was a good representation of that. So he came to LA. We got lunch.
So you're awesome.
is what he was saying.
Yes. So you're the
Thanks,
best.
Josh. You're the best.
I mean, Josh, and then the hurricane. You know, like sweeping the nation in Houston alone.
Yeah.
Sorry, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. Way too soon.
You were positive.
Yeah, you're the positive hurricane.
I was a positive hurricane. Yeah. So anyways, he liked the song, and he was like, I think I can pitch this to radio, and I think it'll do well. So I was like, okay, cool. And so we officially released it. I found out about him later that he's promoted, I don't know what it's at now, like 16, 17 #1 songs on the format, on like the Christian music format, Christian radio format. So I was like, dang, this guy might be able to like get my name out there. And he did, and the song became a #1 song on radio, on a Christian Billboard chart, Billboard.com, all that stuff, which was like so not what...
Clap. It's cool.
So not like what the plan was at all. Like
Right.
it was a small idea. Like I just need to write this song. My friends, we were doing it, making it together. And then when that happened, we realized, we were like, dang, like we would joke about it all the time. Like, oh, this song's great. Like, what if this was like a #1 song in Christian music? Like,
Right.
that would be really cool. Like, what? And so after it happened, we started getting contacted by like everybody, like all the record labels, the booking companies. I don't know if I said, but before I put Parachute out, I was on my laptop and I had 4 tabs up on my computer, and it was CAA, which if you're not familiar with CAA, they're a booking company and like a branding company, and they're pretty much the biggest in the world. There's them and William Morris, I would say.
WME.
But they're both,
The
huge.
best.
Yeah.
Capitol Records, in a label called Centricity, which is strictly just like a Christian label, but they're great. They're awesome. They do really, really well for their artists. And so I would like have those tabs up because, like I said, I was trying to get familiar with what was going on, and I would keep them up, and like I would look at them like every day, look at them all the time, and just like be like, okay. And I was like, I want to meet with these people, and I had no in to meeting these people
Right.
at the time before I put the song out, but through the song going #1 and through Josh's help, my radio promoter, I was able to meet with all of those companies plus like 7 or 8 more within the same like 2 or 3 days. I came to Nashville, stayed with Matt.
That's insane.
Had like 3 days of meetings just stacked, dude. And it was the craziest thing because I went from being in LA a year and a half ago with like, I completely changed my plan. Like I had to kind of start from like 0 again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap, I'm going backwards.
Right.
But
Can I just say though, like, make a point in there that the crazy thing about it is that you were Josh is not a I don't know, a proud person or someone that's like super into himself or believes that he's like deserving of any of this stuff. He's just earned it.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
legitimately
Like,
earned this.
Yeah, you did it. Well, it all started with Vine too, right? Like
I mean,
we're fan
can talk
requests
about
and
that
stuff.
if you
Yeah.
want.
Well, continue what we were gonna
Yeah,
say.
I mean, it really goes back that far.
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want. So came to Nashville, had a bunch of meetings. I'm here now, which is like 6-8 months later, following up with some of these meetings.
Right,
but
right.
I met with labels, I met with booking companies. I did meet with CAA. I'm gonna be working with CAA officially, which I'm super excited about. It's always been like a dream of mine to work with this company, so to get to work with them, super excited.
I mean, you had it on your tab.
Yeah, I had it up and would look at it. And was like, I
Serendipitous
want to meet
thing.
these people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, so as far as record label goes, as of right now, I'm not signing a deal. I think it's too early. It's honestly fun to see what I can do.
You just do so good on your own.
It's
Like,
yeah,
And now you got the booking. So
yeah.
you've got booking, and you've got a #1 song.
2.
I know. I set you up.
Yeah. Okay, you set me up.
Second #1
Yeah. So
as of last night.
as of last night.
yeah. So last night we got the news that if you're familiar with Who Says, my song, it just hit #1 Billboard.
It's September 12th right now.
Yeah, exactly a year from when I started all this. So
That's amazing.
yeah,
insane.
It's
Oh
crazy,
my
dude.
God.
It's nuts. It's,
2 #1s, no label, just on the CA. Why would you sign with a
Yeah.
label?
Yeah, I don't think I should right now.
Like, I don't know what they would do for you.
It's fun, man, to see like what you can do, like the non-traditional way.
Of course.
Right.
You know, it's fun.
I mean, I guess the upside would be the finance, but on another hand, like they really hook you.
That's the tough thing.
And they
man.
Well, you can just
you
get a
in, like,
personal loan from a
quicksand.
bank.
It's you got to find another way. But everything I make from my music, I'm putting back into my project.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm my own budget, and it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's constantly like I made this, I'm putting it back in because I have to. There's stuff you got to pay for, all this and that. You're constantly just investing in yourself. But I don't know. Maybe in the future. I mean, everybody who is like huge is signed like with some major deal, but it doesn't mean that they signed from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would be kind of silly of me to go now and be like, hey, I've done some of the work. Now, like, you can kind of take it over. Let's work together now. I want to wait. If I'm going to do a deal, I'll probably wait till it's like as big as I can get myself.
Yeah, when you kind of feel like you've plateaued.
And you're creating these relationships with like let's not forget. You're not just like shunning labels.
Oh no.
You're friends. Like you're in talks and you're taking meetings and taking lunches. Like that's important.
Yeah, it all comes back to relationships again.
It's
like when I'm meeting with like a label, I'm not thinking it's just a label. I'm like, I want to know the people there.
Right.
Because if the people there aren't gonna be my people, and if they can't become my people, like friends, whatever, then I can't do it. Like I cannot do it.
And there's heat on you. There's heat on you.
wrong.
Like they love your song. They love your music. And they like you. Like that's what an incredible position to be in.
It's pretty crazy. Like it's
at 25. Like who's gonna do it? This is awesome.
It's just like, so what you need to do is just write down everything you did, and then you just do the same thing with your album. And he already figured out how to do it. It's that easy. And then you just do the same thing.
Easy.
It's that easy. You figured it
Anyone
out.
can
You
Anyone
cracked
can
the
do it.
code.
Anyone can do it. Here's the model, guys.
If you do literally exactly what Josh did, you will get a number
4
one record.
tabs open in Google Chrome.
Yes.
It has to be.
Open your
It can't be
tabs.
3. It can't be 5. It
It has to be 4.
It's a
And it
secret
has to be music related. You can't just
Secret
have
number.
YouTube
Right.
and Netflix up there. It's not going to help you. It's crazy. Like, and I was saying the other day, like when you FaceTime me and you guys were telling me, I was like, it doesn't. Now it's like, I'm like, you have 2 number ones without a record label.
Yeah.
They must love you and hate you.
Bro,
They must love you and hate you.
to be honest, like it's obviously super exciting. Like number one song. But I even noticed today, like we had a meeting with like a live production company who puts together live shows for tours and stuff. And one of the guys in the meeting, he's been touring with artists on a big scale for like 20 something years. And
Wow.
it takes other people telling me what it means because I don't necessarily know what it means. Like, you should get excited about a number one because it's a number one song. But like, I don't really know exactly what that means or how crazy that is. So I have this guy telling me like, dude, I've been in this thing for 20 plus years. He's like, I've never really seen 2 number one songs from an unsigned artist. So like, having people that are
Those are
experienced
your
and have done
only
it.
2 released songs. Like
It's the only 2 songs. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy, but it's like it helps having people like explain it to me who are from this. Because like I said, like I'm still figuring it out. I definitely don't know everything.
Yeah.
I've learned the hard way so many times this past year that have cost me so much money. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It doesn't just come to you.
No,
Like you
have to learn.
You do have to work.
Either someone's gonna tell you like don't do this, or you have to try it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And even this week, I won't say lost a lot of money, but I won't get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
All I had to do was just know, and I wouldn't have done it, and I would have saved.
Yeah.
You gotta learn.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the downsides of not having a record label is they would
Right.
know to be like, dude, don't put your
Right.
money in that because
Then you don't learn.
Yeah. That's just true.
I mean, let's be honest. Like when you go through something and work it out yourself, and you have to earn that learning moment, it's a big deal.
Or maybe you can start your own management company and be like, yeah, I had 2 number ones on my own. And then that's like like long term down the road.
Well, that's the overall goal. That's the overall goal for sure. Because I mean, you can only I don't want to say you can only be an artist for so many years, but you kind of have your time.
Right.
But what I love to do is I love to write songs. I'm a songwriter at the end of the day. That's I believe is my skill.
And you kill it at it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Performing, I never really saw myself as a performer until I started playing these songs like a month or two ago. And I loved it. Like before that, playing in bands and stuff, it was just like, it wasn't as fun.
But you were, just so everyone knows who's watching or listening, Josh has played a Warped Tour, and he's so energetic. And the band, obviously, the band was really fun. It was,
What was the band?
Like the City.
I didn't know that.
It was like high school pop.
Yeah,
punk
it's
kind of stuff.
That's so sick.
pop punk stuff, but it was awesome. And Elijah next to you, like that was a really cool thing. I love Elijah's brother.
Definitely.
Very great singer.
You can't,
Fun stuff.
You can't replace.
I didn't know you did that.
You can't replace playing like pop punk music in high school with your friends. Like
That is literally the best.
Yeah.
If
So to all of you that are doing that,
if you didn't do that,
Go back in time.
go do it. Go do it now.
Go do it now at this age.
Well, dude, so many guys in this town now, like, all came from that. Like every guy I know.
Keegan. Used to play punk rock.
Yeah, he still does with like some bands.
Yeah.
Like he loves bands like Bad Sons and stuff like that. That's like his vibe. But like, but the country is just like moving in a way that like that scene is almost more of an influence in this town than like just straight up pop.
Yeah.
Like so many of the players in town, I'm like, I've
They're
just
rock.
talked to guys and it's like, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, like I was in like a Warped Tour kind of band. Like,
Yeah, I heard.
We all were.
I heard like a kind of a pop, like emo kind of band the other night. Just like, I forgot where we were, but it was like the
Downtown?
maybe it was like the next room over, and it sounded like the same stuff.
Yeah.
I listened to, and I was like 18, 17. I was like,
Emery.
whoa, this is dope.
dude, Emery, I loved Emery.
I don't know if it's gonna come back. Whatever, that's another conversation.
I mean, it seems like it. Like, well, now we're all adults, and so now those bands are going back on tour because we'll pay like $25 a ticket.
Dude,
instead of,
okay,
10.
so
Pay for
MXPX was
nostalgia.
just
Yeah.
in town for 2 nights. MXPX and Five Iron Frenzy were in
saw
town
that.
for 2 nights.
Oh, no way, at Rocketown?
Yeah, no, at Exodus.
Oh.
And
I
was
both
so
of those things.
upset that I wasn't able to be there. And Five Iron Frenzy went on stage with MXPX and did a mashup with them.
Oh god.
MXPX, what, 25 years and going?
Yeah, they've been around
That's
forever.
unreal. I mean, even Five Iron Frenzy took a sabbatical. They were technically broken up for like...
Yeah, MXPX never stopped.
No, hasn't stopped at all. And then they were just like, yeah, we're about to announce a new project. Like, you guys are everything.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
25 years, yeah. I don't know, but I don't know. I think for me, I don't want to be an artist touring for the next 20 years. I don't. I want to do it with my good years, and then from that, hopefully, I've created a big enough name for myself where I can write for other people, and people want me to write their songs, write on their songs. But I want to. My ultimate goal is I want to have my own studio, like a sick recording studio, whether it's LA, Nashville, I don't care. But I want to bring in like the young talent, the young producers, the kids who spend 12 hours on YouTube a day until they're like, you know, beasts.
Yeah.
I want to get a couple of those kids and give them the opportunity to produce and make songs for whoever I've met in my run. You know what I mean? Because that's what I wanted. You know what I mean?
For
so
sure.
I want to be able to provide that,
give that,
for
yeah.
people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my plan is to like tour during my good years and then die.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about as far as that
On the
plan
road.
is
On the
gone.
road.
Yeah,
From a stage.
yeah, like die on the road, and I haven't thought past all that. I'm just taking it a step at a time, dude. It is incredible though. What
Sorry, that's good.
like? Yeah, that's my retirement plan. Death.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna die on the road.
Like, well, what are you gonna do when you're old?
Maybe like literally on the road.
Yeah, maybe literally on the road.
Roadkill.
Maybe I'll jump onto the road and die. Daniel Josh has a joke where he's like, when I die at 45, and everyone starts laughing, and he goes, well, it's the only thing I can plan.
God.
We planned that too.
It is, yeah. Yeah, maybe that of a death.
So you're planning on
Tough guy.
moving to Nashville.
Yeah.
Dude, this bread is so good.
Oh, dude, I got Justin.
Do it. Shout out to Kayla Kinney,
Thanks, Kayla.
who gave me bread before our gig tonight.
Break me some bread.
So,
You want him? Oh my God.
Right?
That's awesome.
It's no joke.
Really good.
Yeah.
Before we went to the gig, she took
Got
a
some
piece of
country
it.
bread right there.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
she put some like honey and stuff on it.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Super sweet.
It's so good. The breads are so good.
That is some country bread.
She lived in LA for a while. She sang backup for Stacey Orico
I remember.
on YouTube. I was like, my mom was like, you only listen to Christian music. Then I was like, still think Stacey Orico's hot. And my mom was like, you can't look at her. Still trying to like
Look at her with
find a way to make my mom mad while listening to Christian music. So, I mean, no, I'm talking
Nashville.
about enough. She moved to Nashville.
Yeah, I think. I kind of have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I want to. I'm going to move to Nashville.
Yeah.
When I said I'm going to move to LA, I did it. So I already said I'm going to move to Nashville. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Well, it's even as simple as me being in Connecticut. My drummer is in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
That alone,
Yeah.
like CAA starting to already book shows they have. Even that alone, playing in other states, like where you have to fly, you're not going to drive to Texas from Connecticut. Mm-hmm. I fly my drummer to Connecticut to rehearse. I have no label, so I'm paying for it. I'm flying him to Texas and then back. You know what I mean? If we both lived in Tennessee, that's already canceling
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of money.
2 trips every
Yeah.
time.
Just utility alone. It's yeah.
And then on top of that, I mean, just for me, it would be smart because CAA is here. I can meet with
Yeah.
them in person, which I want to because they're awesome people. And
Yeah,
I want to be around.
for sure.
And then obviously on top of that, you can't write with people in Connecticut. There's no one to write for. There's nothing there.
There's not.
Yeah, so
Especially the Christian industry. It is
And
like...
let's- Also, there are many talented creative people in Connecticut.
Yes.
It's just that, like,
No
it's,
one-
it's- what's that?
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, everyone knows each other, and it's a tight group.
Yeah.
But like, no one really wants to get out of
Right.
Connecticut or do anything ambitious.
You don't
Yeah.
want to take it seriously.
Right.
You know, like music is just
Yeah.
kind of like
The
a
industry
hobby.
is just not there.
Right.
And so it's just like distant. When you're here, there is, despite how confusing and how many different paths there are, when you're here, there's very clear paths to go down and you know, a ladder to climb.
Yeah.
In Connecticut, it's just...
I was telling Josh about the kind of different sections of Nashville people.
Yeah, there
And
are.
how people operate in Nashville. It's funny because you have, I called them the group of friends. You have like one group of friends that are they're all about networking, and so they go to these networking events where they can meet everyone, but they don't meet anyone. You know, and
I didn't go to any of those in LA, dude.
and there's tons of them.
And I met like the best people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We went to one networking event, and I was like, we shouldn't have done this. We should have just hung out with Amber that put the event on. I was like, because you meet the same people.
Yeah.
Like, we spent like $15 to go.
I just can't. The idea of going somewhere just to network is like just so lame to me, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
I'm
everything that's
sorry.
wrong with
I'm
right now.
sorry.
I
It's just
remember-
so lame.
remember
Hey,
that
what do you
dude-
do? What can you do for me?
Yeah.
Cool, bye.
The
Yeah.
word networking is just one of those words like, dude, let's network, bro. Network.
It's like fellowship in Christian.
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yo, you want a fellowship tonight?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Remember that dude at that networking event who came up to us? He was wearing this like blazer and this collared shirt that overlapped his lapels and this weird like chain. And he was like, "Yeah, so I have this festival up in the country, and you know it's gonna be thousands of people going up there, all bluegrass, and we got a lot of bands booked already, and we're looking for some people to do video production for it." And he was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Well, I do video production." And he's like, all right. Here's my card. Write down on my card, don't show me, how much you would charge for something like that, a 3-day weekend." And I was like, okay. So just to be like ridiculous, I wrote down $25,000.
Did
And
you
he-
really?
And he looked at it, he was like, and walked away.
Like, he wanted you to think he thought that was a feasible amount of money.
Yeah.
All right, so what I figured. That's about the
Yeah,
quotes
that's-
I've been getting. $25,000. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be about $8,000 $8,333 a day. I mean,
Right.
that makes sense. Film's expensive, so
I gotta roll
That's
that
fine.
beta.
yeah. Well, I mean, I just got networked with on Instagram. That's telling you guys about it.
I don't know. It's not like it's not terrible. It's just knowing in your gut that you're gonna hang out with that person just to see what you can get
Oh,
out
it's
of
the
them.
worst.
It's
It's exhausting.
It does not work.
No.
It does not work.
And
Like-
that group of people, they're very they're very ambitious, and they know what they want. They're trying to do something that will get them what they
Right,
want,
which is good.
So good motivation, but direction is kind of, you know.
My friend Mark introduced me to. He said it was an LA term to the term a germ. Someone's a germ.
A germ.
Like when you see them out, they're like, "Hey, did I tell you about what I've been doing with like blah with my blah blah blah?" And like, oh yeah, and it's just everything. They are just no
They're a germ.
care for like who you are as a person. Just like
They're the person that like comes up to you with their phone and puts on some music and goes, "Hey,
yeah,
this is
oh
me."
dude, check it out. Oh man, did I show you the new? Yeah, it's like
While like music is playing.
while music is playing and
and
you're out and
everyone's
you're around
loud.
people, it's like it's a germ. They just
Yeah.
they ignore. They're
Or-
so
or
focused
the
on their
person-
agenda.
No
I've had
awareness,
someone-
None.
anything.
I've had someone show me a video of themselves playing,
Yeah.
and then after the video's done, they put the music up to my ear so I can hear it. So it's like, look at me, and then after, because you can't hear me, this is what I sound like. Just recall what you saw.
You know, I would then be like, and now feel. I want you to feel also, which you cannot do through the phone.
Also smell me and
it's
my
just-
sweat.
I feel like
other people would have different opinions than us on that.
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. No, I think a lot of people would.
Can they back it up with results?
Probably.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody networks.
Yeah.
Especially outside of the music industry, like sales, like it's
Well,
literally
that
network.
makes more sense, but like than in the creative.
Let me just
Right,
say.
it's different in
the creative
world.
community because like we're all like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Because like
Maybe.
there are the different kinds of person. Like you do have extreme extroverts that just get to meet people and become friends.
I mean, I'm extremely.
And then- and then you have the
Yeah.
people that are very work focused and they don't care about the people. They just want to use the people. And then they're selfish. Then you have the introverts that just they want to do what they want to do, but they're afraid of the person to go talk to.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And so
I mean, it makes sense.
I'll be honest.
I agree. It's different in the creative world.
Yeah, I think there has to be a human element to it.
If you're going,
No, yes, there is a big
I want to hear
difference
your
as
side
far
for
as
sure.
there's a big difference as far as like in marketing and things like that.
Yeah.
There is like a massive, you have to be
you have
that,
to like
that
get
sales guy.
accounts and all that stuff,
But-
and it is just
But
work
in the
and
creative
it's-
world,
Both sides know it's just work.
Right.
sure, absolutely. But in the creative world, you have the heart, you have the emotional people, the people that are like actually love people. But then again, you got like the cutthroat people that just want to use someone to use someone. I can
Yeah.
think of at least 3 people off the top of my head here in town.
You should say their
We'll put
names.
their
We're
name-
not
we'll
talking
put their
about
names
them
on the screen.
beforehand.
We definitely weren't talking about them before. Yeah.
But
yeah,
but
I mean, you're right.
I'll say this. Honestly, if it wasn't for you in
Aw.
town, I wouldn't know the people that I know today.
Oh my gosh, that's the
It always
best.
makes its way in once.
That's what she said.
Please leave all of this in.
Please,
Please just leave it all in.
if you're okay with it, of course, that was hilarious. Just bleep the F word.
Dean missed it.
Yeah, I got that. Okay, so my
Oh.
point.
Word.
my-
Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
Oh, wait, also that.
Good grief.
Oh, man.
What am I sitting on right now, dude? I'm
I know,
rocking-
these are the worst. We
I'm
gotta
in a
do something about
rocking
these
chair.
benches. Like, my butt hurts so bad.
I'm fine.
That was great. I'm glad that happened.
I'm just saying that because I made him.
I agree. I think some people do make friends.
Well, before you finish your bread.
I don't even interrupt. Okay, go on.
So what I was saying was,
Your mouth is so full.
So full. Way too full.
It's even to the point where you're doing like the ghetto swag.
incredible. Okay,
Unreal.
so my point was, honestly, and I'm not just saying this, if it wasn't for you,
Not true.
if it wasn't for you,
They can't put aged 8 years because that's terrible. That's terrible marketing because this bottle's only applied for 1 year. Are they gonna change the labels every year?
well,
aged
no,
9 years.
barrel.
Huh?
It's in the barrel. Then they put it in the bottle.
So they
Aged
change
in
the
the
label
barrel.
every year?
No, so when they put it in the bottle, then it goes on the shelves, and that's like the cutoff time. So it was aged to 8 years up until the bottling.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry. What's it? Whoever. Sorry.
Shenley. Canadian. What?
Canadian whiskey. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good stuff actually.
Sorry,
Yeah.
dude. I completely cut you off.
No, it's fine. I love talking about whiskey. So, anyways, the point is that it's hard for me to just even go out and meet new people and get relationships that way. Like, I typically do get relationships through other people that I'm already in a relationship with because it's just easier for me.
Well, I would say, and to piggyback off that, we always said like going to Losers is a great networking thing. But what happens at Losers is not meeting people. We don't go to Losers like, hey, how are you? What do you do? It's that random dude that you met the other night is there.
Yeah.
And you see him again.
Yeah.
And then the next week, he's there again.
Yeah.
Now this goes from someone that you met one time randomly this thing to a dude that you've had a bunch of conversations with out at a bar, like whatever else. That type of thing. Like, we're not going to network and to meet people.
Yeah.
We're going to like build relationships.
My buddy Jared told me
Right.
before I moved to Nashville, he was like, "Yeah, so I mean, like you'll be at a bar and then someone will just strike up a conversation with you and ask you what you do, and all of a sudden you're, booking a session together." And I'm thinking in my head when he's telling me, I'm like, "There's no way that's gonna happen. There's no way I'm gonna do that at all."
Yeah.
And then I'm here and I'm with you, and then it happens.
Let me contradict myself really quick because I can't say that.
How dare you?
Dude.
Okay, stuff your face and then talk like Dean.
I'll do it with you.
First couple months in Los Angeles, I was with my friend Andrew, and we would go to this church every Sunday morning in Hollywood. Super cool church, awesome band. And at the end, I was like, "Yo, let's just stick around for a bit and just like say what's up to anyone." Because I was thinking, I can maybe meet some people.
I can
friends.
use some of these people.
I can just use all these people.
In a year, I might want to get into the Christian industry. I'm going to use this church.
I've landed home.
Yeah.
No. Well, okay, so the idea of me saying I'm going to stick around and meet people, is that networking?
Yeah.
I ended up meeting two of my best friends that ended up writing all the music with me. But like I said, like we were friends before we worked together.
The initial networking isn't gonna dictate the relationship. The initial networking could spawn off into a friendship. It could spawn off into a working relationship. It could spawn off into some sort of adversary.
Networking could be the thing that made you realize you hate that guy.
Yeah.
But it's still networking.
It is. It's still networking.
So
I guess
kind of
networking in a forced way. It's like anything. When something's forced, you can tell.
like a networking event.
Right.
Like I'm going to a networking
Good
event.
Lord. And you have to tag. Oh, I hate that. You have to wear a tag.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
We went to
I would
one.
do that as a joke.
There was a buffet though.
I wish
just
that I would
lie
have
to
written.
everyone.
I wish that I would have written something snarky on it. I don't know, like
Booger.
I don't.
Taster.
We should social experiment.
Death.
We should social experiment and just be like, yeah, I've written like, 10 songs with whoever.
Yeah.
Just to see
uh,
people's reactions.
You know Kenny Rogers?
Beyonce.
Yeah, I wrote 5 of his songs and opened up Kenny Rogers.
Kenny
roast.
Loggins.
You know Kenny Loggins? I also, I only write with Kenny's. Your name Kenny? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Kenneth, close. Still gotta go.
No. Anyways, wow. Was that a rabbit trail or was that like good stuff? For the podcast?
No, that's gonna be the
good
best
stuff.
part
Okay.
that everyone remembers. No one cares about us talking about ourselves. We just have to do it for the continuity.
Gotcha.
Well, except your stories.
The icontinuity.
The continuity. The iPhone X came out.
Are you
Is that what it's
serious?
called?
There is an iPhone X option. There's like 2 of them.
I didn't.
It's $1,000.
Shut
You're
up.
lying, dude.
I'm not lying.
Shut up.
I'm not lying. It will use facial recognition to open.
Shut up.
Did you know that? That's not interesting.
Right, now you have to tell.
Oh my God. Say hello to the future. iPhone X. iPhone 8, a new generation of the iPhone.
It's shaped like an X.
Shut up. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Which is really annoying because
Starting
you put
at
it
a
up to your
grand
head
now,
and
right?
it just misses your ear. It misses your ear and your mouth.
Is this it?
Yeah, I guess. All I saw was there was a new. Someone put out a video. There was this guy being like the new iPhone is like we've gotten rid of the camera and music altogether.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
also it's made of glass. If you ever drop it, you have to buy a new one.
It looks like a Google phone, dude.
It'll
Oh wait, you sent
explode
it.
into 1,000
You sent it
shards.
on. Yeah, that's what it was.
It kind of looks like a Google phone.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
New iPhone X. Give me a break.
Everyone's gonna buy it. Like everyone bought the Apple Watch. Just
People
to see
literally-
texts like pop up on the watch.
People literally were saying that like the only reason to get the really fancy version is to just like show people you're better than them.
Well, we were talking about this the other night. That Apple has literally dropped the ball since Steve Jobs died. Like they've just been
I think
making
literally dropping the ball
bad.
means like taking a ball and dropping it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's not like they're figuratively dropping it.
They
figured
had
the
the
job
world
was
in
wrong.
their hands, and they
you're
let
gonna
go.
do that. You're gonna do that.
Damn,
But
come on.
they didn't literally.
In my metaphor, it was a literal situation. Don't make me spit on you.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. Steve Jobs had the whole world in his hands. I didn't know that's what that song
He
was.
had
I thought it was
so
about
much
God.
opportunity. Apple had so much opportunity, and now
Ever
they're
since
making-
he died, he's really dropped the ball.
like who? Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments who uses iTunes at all.
A-Towns?
iTunes.
Oh, I use A-Towns.
iTunes, not iTunes.
iTunes. With with an explanation point.
Even though
Lowercase I
technic-
with an explanation
even
point.
though-
iTunes.
Technically, it is lowercase I, capital T, so it should be iTunes.
iTunes.
iTunes. I mean,
It's like God bless you.
yeah, right. iTunes.
It's a good question though. I mean, I don't use iTunes.
No,
I use Spotify.
I use barely any Apple app, except Pages. I'm using that right now for the show notes. but
They
still.
literally updated the iPhone so you could delete the apps that come with the phone because
Oh my
enough people were
God.
like,
I don't
"Hey,
use this, yeah.
I don't want your stupid app. I want to
Oh
take
my
4 more
God.
videos on Instagram." They're just gonna keep coming out with new stuff. We're just gonna keep buying it. But
Yeah.
Dude, no, it doesn't even matter. You have to buy it, right?
All right.
Eventually, your crap is gonna die.
All right, let's get into this news. This is gonna be good stuff.
I'm ready.
I got good news.
Bring it
Is this
on.
a curveball?
This is a segment we like to call the Pooper Scooper, where we don't report scoops, we report what's already been dropped, during which time we talk about whether we like the crap out of it or about how it really stinks.
So the first 2 pieces. First of all, it made $117 million opening weekend. It was the largest opening for a rated R horror film of all time. Second largest opening rated R picture, second only to Deadpool, which made $134 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about it until
Really?
you told me about it.
Really?
What do you live in a barn?
And I'm probably on my phone more than both of you guys.
Yeah.
Alright, challenge accepted.
I followed.
Yeah,
I
you're not
followed-
on the phone more
I
than
followed
me.
Daquan on Instagram, so technically I should know everything that's going on.
You should. What, I don't follow DeQuan, but I should.
Dude, you should. Daquan's amazing.
I don't know, dude. It's been
I
having
didn't know what it was.
honestly, it
It's a
didn't
remake
have
of
the
the old
biggest
Stephen King.
marketing campaign, but it had a good
People
one. 'cause
knew.
People
I
were
didn't-
putting up the red balloons everywhere.
I wouldn't have known it was out. So I don't really have cable, and
Alright,
so
don't really have cable.
I don't.
I kind of have cable. I get like 7 channels.
Yeah, so like that is if it weren't for you telling me when movies come out, I don't think I would know.
You are
I didn't know
pretty up to
it was
date
out.
on every movie that's gonna be coming out too.
Yeah, I am.
You're that dude.
So
It's a good
it
dude.
did amazing.
It's a good friend to
It
have.
did really good. The other piece of news is This is a quick one. J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars Episode 9.
I saw that.
I think that's pretty cool.
He did episode 7, not doing 8.
Right.
But he is doing 9.
Yeah.
He did Lost, and that's all that matters, dude.
He's great. A lot of people are up in arms because they didn't like Episode 7 because it was a rehash of.
Is that the
A
one
New
with
Hope.
Felicity Jones?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I kind of.
Oh no, that one's Rogue One. Sorry.
Rogue One.
Yeah.
I have such a big crush on her that I don't think I can like watch her.
It's really good.
Like it's like that.
It's really
Is
good.
that intense? It's like
It's that intense. Like I don't want to do it to myself. Like having to watch her on. Like I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
torture.
never gonna be with her. So why
I mean, you have 2 number 1s.
Yeah, you have 2 number 1s. Your odds are going up.
in a little bit better of a position than she
just
is.
like
She should be asking you out.
Yeah, how many number 1s does she have? Probably 0
Yeah.
number 1s.
You weren't even in like a Star Wars episodic film. You were
Yeah.
in Rogue One.
Rogue One?
A throwaway film.
That's like getting a number 15 record.
I didn't see it. I gotta see it.
Exactly. Case in point.
It was really awesome.
I didn't see it. But that was the reason I didn't see it. Honestly, though.
Yeah.
It was
That's
really
funny.
awesome and great.
The ending is incredible. I thought the ending was great. This
One day.
this
Might
is
get
the second to last piece of news. The last one's the one that I'm excited about. This is just a quick one as well. The Purge 4, the prequel, is coming out.
The prequel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I saw the third one.
I only saw the
Yeah,
first one. I
haven't
didn't see the
third
second
one.
one.
Second one's alright. I haven't seen the third one. I want to see the third one. Election Day. But this one's going to be about the origin story of the Purge. Like, so it takes place on Staten Island, and the government's kind of putting together their own way to sort of figure out how the Purge is going to work. So they're paying people to go to Staten Island to live in this world where the Purge is happening. And it's going to follow lead character is going to be kind of anti-hero, kind of like Frank Grillo in the first one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm excited about that because that's interesting to me.
That is
like,
interesting.
kind of knowing how it
Hashing
starts. You know, like
If they make
Purge,
it, if they make it in a way where you're like, that could happen.
right? And
That's
and
what makes those
kinda
moves.
like it's feasible.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one. This is gonna be. I have to
I'll see
read it.
that. I'll probably see that.
I have to read this, and I'm terrible at reading in public, so sorry. It's called The Black Klansman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had me at the Black Klansman.
Is that a sequel or something?
No.
Just,
So you heard about this.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, you did. John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son, will start an adaptation of a memoir by an African-American police detective who infiltrates the KKK.
What?
Yes, he's in negotiations to star in this, film. But Spike Lee is directing and Jordan Peele is producing. For anyone who doesn't know, Jordan Peele is the guy who did Get Out. He also does the comedy sketches with Key and Peele. It's incredible stuff. And Get Out is a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. Go see it. Go see it. Or see it. It's not out anymore. You can rent it.
Go see it.
So, Black Klansman tells a story of a Colorado detective in 1978 who answered an ad in the paper for a new clans for someone asking for Klan member, like trying to get Klan member. Yeah. He became a member and rose even higher, being a leader in the KKK. Stallworth, which is his name, who was a black man. He managed to gather intelligence by pretending to be a white supremacist over the phone, and he sent a fellow white officer as a proxy for any meetings. He managed to stop multiple cross burnings and other hateful activities.
That's
yeah.
gonna be intense.
Wow.
It'll be an adaptation based on Stallworth's autobiography, which he wrote.
Well, it's the auto part.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone who doesn't understand.
Biographies are by someone else. An autobiography, write about yourself.
Right. And although the premise sounds like a cash grab because of today's climate,
Yeah.
Spike Lee and Jordan Peele have been working on this for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Klan is just
I
started.
know. They
You know what I mean? Oh, you're trying to make money off of
Well, by that I mean like the new white supremacists, the nationalists, all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
that in the past year has been rising in the tabloids.
It's gonna be a hot
yeah, but it's
it's gonna stir things
It's
up.
relevant, but it's also has history.
For sure.
Right.
You know.
I think.
I'll definitely see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
Sounds incredible.
I like once you said that he sent the white officer as a proxy. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, because that was gonna be the really big gap. It just makes me think of a freaking Dave Chappelle sketch.
Yeah.
Clayton Bigsby,
Yep.
the black white supremacist.
I don't know. I love Jordan Peele's work.
I haven't seen any of it yet, so.
So have you seen any Key and Peele
I'm
stuff?
gonna take your word for it. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Here's a stupid
so-
question. What is the producer, sorry, influence that the director doesn't?
Okay, so that's actually
I've been waiting for you to ask me that.
that's
You know-
a really good question because
I generally get it.
you can get a producer's credit on a film for any number of reasons. You could have literally just been in a room while someone's working and been like, that should happen, and you get a producer's credit. You can add like a couple bucks to the film and get a producer's credit.
Okay.
You can recommend someone to work on the film in any capacity and get a producer's credit.
Okay,
And
the
you can-
director
you can
basically just focuses
also-
on the scenes and the visual.
You can also oversee the entire thing completely hands-on and boss the director around and get executive producer credit.
Okay.
The list goes on.
Yeah.
And on.
It
and
basically is a massive spectrum. But
Yeah.
it's confusing because you Christopher Nolan got producer's credit on Man of Steel. He didn't do anything. He just kind of like, you know,
And he's kind of one
worked
of the
with
visionaries.
Zack
and-
Scott on
Yeah,
some
okay.
thing. Or Scott Snyder. Zack Snyder, my God. But yeah, I mean it's a wide. Wow.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Like just when I was. Yeah, it's a wide spectrum of duties and things like that.
Is there
So,
a nose behind me?
yeah,
No.
it's Frank.
It's Frank.
Frank's been living here since before me. He gets actually kind of upset when I bring people around. He's not a fan.
Sorry, Frank.
When you call him out too, he gets kind of pissed.
Yeah, he pushed the
Sorry for calling you out.
the
Mention
Martin
your
and
name.
Lewis DVD box set off of my
Oh, you told me
shelf
about
once.
that.
Yeah, that's when I met him.
Well,
was like,
Frank,
dude,
you're being
this-
kind of a d-bag.
This person's been here way too long. Ugh! Sorry, Frank.
Sorry,
how you do.
Frank. You gotta
him out.
go. Frank is mad.
Yeah.
Um,
So, anyways, that was the bit of
exciting.
movie news. I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be a great film. What I was going to say was Key and Peele sketches are incredible. They're well done,
Yeah.
well directed, well acted. Take those sensibilities and put them into drama.
Yes.
Like you have a lot of comedic actors that can do drama, like
Megan.
Steve Carell.
Megan.
Yeah, right. Like Steve Carell. He's
Oh,
a
he's great.
fantastic.
You watch Ozarks?
No.
Jason Bateman.
Why
Another-
don't you watch Ozarks?
Another great example.
Because I haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, dude.
Why?
Same.
That's next, dude.
Same.
Oh my goodness.
If I'm gonna start another show
Get me out
that
of
I
this.
want to like invest my life into, like I did with Lost, it's gonna be Game of Thrones.
Get
Well-
me off of this table. I hate you guys. I wish I was never have to do that. You gotta watch Game of Thrones, please.
I know,
Josh.
dude, but I it has to be when I like have so much time just to binge it. When I watched Lost, I broke my foot and was done. Like
Oh, and then just
the
watch
whole thing.
all- yeah.
The whole thing.
Well, your songs are number ones. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Take a year off and just watch.
Yeah. What else? What more do you want?
You're right.
When will enough be enough,
You're right.
Josh?
You're right.
Take some time off.
I'm gonna start it tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And don't do anything till you're done.
Right.
Um,
No meetings.
Yeah, Ozarks though. Jason Bateman's just a great actor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're a great comedian, typically you can be a great dramatic actor, let alone direction. I mean, direction's a very hard job to take on.
That makes sense.
But I mean, he's been doing so many sketches with.
Well, he's doing Spike Lee is the producer.
Yeah, Spike Lee's director, but Jordan is working very closely with Spike on it, and he did a fantastic job directing Get Out. So
He directed Get Out,
Yeah.
but he's producing.
Matt
this
is
one.
a huge Jordan Peele fanboy. Is what
I know.
Is what I've learned the past 2 days.
Yeah, big time. Well, I still haven't seen Get Out. I need to.
yeah, no,
Get
I'll
outta
watch
here.
it again.
Get
out of here.
I mean, I guess I can't.
Forget about it.
talk
forget about
really
it.
Not watching. Forget about it.
Forget about
What is
it.
that from?
Mickey Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's cool.
James Caan and
Yeah.
Hugh Grant.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
All right. Do you have more news?
No,
What else,
that's
Matt? What
it.
other movies are coming
What I wanted to say real quick was, so we're doing, just to plug
I'm so tired.
the news segment. To plug the news segment real quick, we're doing more stuff on YouTube. We're gonna do a lot more one-offs and things with
Trailer
news
reactions.
and trailer reactions. We're gonna do videos about music that's coming out, the pop industry, the pop culture and film and TV and stuff. And so after this, we're gonna do a short little segment on the industry. So if you guys want to check that out on our podcast, it'll be up there when I air this. So
Yeah.
wanna
So, with that being said, watch that.
yeah.
Josh, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We love you. You
And
deserve
where
it.
could the good
Love you
people
guys.
find you,
Thanks for
Josh?
Where can they find me?
Yeah.
Instagram is just my name, Joshua Micah. Twitter's I am Joshua Micah, and YouTube just type in my name.
Joshua
And
Micah.
Friendster, it's Jurgen
Jurgen Blabsentine.
Blabsentine.
Jurgen Clergan.
Jurgen Clergan at Friendster.com.
Yeah.
Friends, yeah.
Definitely start there if he doesn't respond. All right, this is awesome. Hopefully, if this audio quality sucks, we're sorry.
Yeah. Dean, where could they find you?
You can find me at Dean Purificado. If you can't spell it, just type in Dean P-U-R and it'll probably pop up.
Yeah.
Dean Per.
Dean
Yeah.
Per. Yeah.
And you can find me at Maddie_Gusto. And you could also now find me
Wow.
Shut
dude,
up.
Where else can we find you?
Tell us.
At Teo Makes Music.
That's
Which
Teo.
I have to thank Josh for, because that was a brilliant I was trying to find the best handle to use, because there's so many Teo Musics out there. I don't know why.
Oh, Josh helped you with it?
Yeah.
I thought you said James helped you with it.
No.
Nice job.
No, that was a great find.
He was like, everything's taken. Everything's taken. I was
Yeah.
like, Teo makes music?
Yeah, makes music.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's perfect. So
like
I don't have
private
anything up there right now, but that's where you can find all of my music stuff. So if you're interested
Go
in
do
my
it.
EP, then that's where you find it. So
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool.
like
Cool. Alright,
totally
see ya.
awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We have fun doing this,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Maybe you'll like come and hang out with. You know what? If one person ever in my life is like, "Hey, listen to your podcast," that I don't know personally, it'll make my day.
yeah, so tell us, like in the comments and messages.
It'd be super dope.
Oh, speaking of which, I do have to give that
Oh, the
shout
shout out.
real quick. That was to our fan. We have a legitimate fan
Go on.
who's not from the
A
U.S.
super fan.
Like a super fan, I guess. I don't
Super
know.
Bowl fan.
But anyways, let me give him a little quick shout out. Pull it up here on Instagram. Real
It's
quick.
12:15.
Yeah, and you're 29, so Eat it.
When I wish I was 29. I
Okay,
forget.
so,
at Julie has
Les
7:45.
Paul-
Ooh.
Les
39.
Paul, he says, let's see.
Les Paul.
Les Paul says, "Hi Matt, just have subscribed to your YouTube channel. Brilliant. Do you guys actually take in?"
Hold on. Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
just subscribe to your YouTube channel. I've had enough.
I'll let you guys fight that
Yeah.
one out.
All the best. Looking forward to more vids.
Of you, Matt.
What the heck, Les? What about me?
And he also says he's gonna check out more of our videos. Keep doing it. You guys deserve it. Blah blah.
Oh, now
So-
he says you guys.
well, he said you, but I put in guys
Thank you. I figured.
because we got a sensitive one.
I know,
here
Matt
on
did some
set.
videos by himself.
That's why. You misinformed.
Oh, it's
me,
fine. It's just this whole thing was my idea.
Oh. Division.
Yeah.
I just like started it before I even moved here and before I even met Matt, but I just thought he would
He's taking over, dude. Taking over the reins.
just have it. I don't want it. That is really
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Signing off.
Signing off. Yeah. Later.